Hello everybody, salut tout le monde. I hope you're all doing well today. On my side of the world, it's kind of dreary and rainy right now. So I hope that it's nice and sunny on your side of the world, wherever you may be. Maybe it's even snowy. I'm not looking forward to when snow hits. Anyway, so today I thought I'd talk about the hottest new topic that's started Friday. Stranger Things Season 2. Because that's the thing now, and I'm super happy. Well, I'm now actually super sad because I marathoned the entire thing. And now that it's done, I need something else to fill this gaping void in my heart. Anyway, just so you know, there will be spoilers in this episode, definitely for Season 2. And I will probably be mentioning a few things from Season 1 as well. So you have been warned. Now, I guess I should probably talk about Season 1 a little bit first. For maybe context, maybe for those who haven't seen it. If you haven't seen it, why haven't you seen it? Well, maybe you were like me and didn't watch it for several months because you didn't have Netflix at the time, so you couldn't exactly watch it, but no excuses. Anyway, so Season 1 I thought was absolutely amazing. Like episode 1, that is how you start a series, especially more of like you start it with something gripping, something that will get the audience hooked. And that, like within the first few minutes, I was hooked. Because I didn't know what was coming after that one lab guy running towards the elevator. That was really cool. The kid actors are absolutely fantastic. Because kid actors seem to have like a kind of a reputation for not being the greatest. Well, mainly because they're kids. They're still learning. But oh my god, they're amazing. For Season 1, I am, and I'm not going to talk about too much because it's not very fresh in my memory right now because I watched it like a year ago or so. But the only main complaint, actually no, that's not true. There's a couple of complaints I had, but one of the main complaints, I wasn't too fond of the design for the Demogorgon. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. I didn't really like the design because I thought it was kind of, I don't want to say unoriginal because it's not necessarily unoriginal. It just didn't strike me as something I'd be like. Of course, if I saw that in real life, I'd be absolutely terrified. But from a viewer perspective, I thought I wanted something creepier. The way it moved, the way it went from one dimension to the other, that was really cool. It's quote unquote mechanics were really interesting to me. It's just that I personally wanted its look to be as creepy as what it can do. But yeah. That was my little tidbit for Season 1. For Season 2, on the other hand, I really enjoyed it, of course. One small nitpick I had with Season 2 was that I felt like it had some very similar story beats, like plot points, to Season 1. And what I mean by that is that, so Will didn't get kidnapped this season, of course, but he did get, like, something was happening with him. So because of that, so we had that plot point. Something happens to William. Okay. Mom has to try and fight to save her son again. Mom basically plasters her house in what an outsider would look like craziness. Again, last season it was life, this season it's Will's drawings. So her house is plastered, trying to figure out what her son's trying to do. The government is still in this, still trying to fix or do something with the portal thingy. The Demogorgon is back, even though it's more of a child, like a baby Demogorgon, but that's still back. So there are like a lot of very similar things, like in different contexts, of course. They were very similar to season 1, and I saw that, and I wasn't too fond of that. Well, not fond of it. It still worked. It still was great. It's just something I picked up on, and I was like, oh, okay, I see why you did it and everything, so that's fine. That's just me being nitpicky. Probably not as bad as my mom, though. Hold on just a second. Sorry, my cat was trying to sneak up around. Yeah. So that's one thing. Another thing, the other thing but this one annoyed me. It's Nancy's character. I wasn't too fond of Nancy's character last season because, of her decision-making skills. I find that some of the things, she's very naive. She's very, very naive, and that kind of annoys me. But also just some stupid decisions. Like last season, it was more, or the one thing she did that, pissed me off so much is that she looks at a tree, and it's pulsating, it sounds like it's breathing. What does she do? Oh, let's crawl through it, because that sounds like a sane idea that a normal, everyday human being would do. And of course, danger's on the other side. This season, she decides to try and out the government, which is understandable. The government in the show, well, that Hawkins Lab thing is just shady as all heck. But her dialogue for it, and it was just came from a very, very naive teenage girl, but I guess that's the point. She's a teenager, so expect some naivete. Yes. But when compared to like the kids, and especially the main kids, it's like, the kids are a lot more intelligent than you right now. And they're kids. They're like no more than 13. So, that was a thing. Favorite character? The mom, Joyce. Best mom ever. Like, she's not gonna go down without a fight if her son's in danger. Heck, if any of the kids are in danger, she will probably beat you up. Reminds me of my own mom. She's great. Bob, I love Bob. Bob was great. I was sad when he died. I didn't want him to die at all. But that brings up another point, that when he forgets the gun, I was lying on the couch, so I lied there. I watched him walk away without the gun as the camera pans down. It's like, oh, he forgot his gun. And I was like, no. You are in a building swarming with creatures from another dimension, and you forget the gun? What? What? No! No, you don't forget your weapon. What is this? It was like, so I was there like, so what, is every season going to have that one moment that is just stupid and that people will not actually do? Gah! That infuriated me. And then he ends up dying, and I'm just like, There couldn't have been another way you could have written it to get to his death. He had to stupidly forget the gun. But yep, that was the second thing that irked me in season 2. Hey. But on a lot more more positive notes, this season 2 actually made me cry probably about twice. Why? It was because of the actor who plays Will. He is such a good child actor that most of the times when he was very, very emotional in the show and he was crying, I just broke. I was just like, no! Oh no, Will! Will, no! Don't cry. You'll be okay. No. I was super, super, distraught. And actually, there's some imagery in there that actually made me cringe. Not cringe, as in, that's just bad acting, but as in, creepy. It was creeped out. And again, they're all around Will. When he was convulsing on the ground, when they were burning the tunnels underground, and he was feeling that pain, that, made me cringe. And, when he was in the Upside Down and the Shadow Monster or Mind Flayer, was, I don't even know, entering his body or something. That image, I was just I had to a few times close my eyes or look away because that was just that made my kind of my skin crawl or whatever. So, speaking of the Shadow Monster, I really like the design. And it's weird to say because the Demogorgon's design is also very similar, not similar, it's very simple. And the Mind Flayer's design is also very simple. But there's something about the way they animated it. The size of it, the scale of it is so absolutely enormous. It has this ominous presence to it. And when it's first revealed close up, and the way it's just made out of shadows, as the name implies. It's just the way it moves and the way it forms into the creature, it just towers over everything. And because you're also seeing it from a child's perspective, so a child's height, it's even more menacing. Which is funny because height-wise, I'm probably not that much taller than these kids. They're probably, 4 feet something? I'm only 5 feet. The doctor might say otherwise, but I don't listen to the doctor, so I am 5 feet. Yeah, so that its presence, it just looms. It doesn't really make a sound. It's just there. It's just, God. I loved it, but I hated it all at the same time. Yeah, so I'm curious to what will happen next season, because obviously there's going to be a season 3. Because they got the part of the Shadow Monster out of Will, and it just kind of flew out of the cabin into the world. So I'm sure that's going to come back. I don't know if it's going to come back next season or maybe the season after. I'm pretty sure next season. So I'm very certain that's going to come back into play. Obviously, because of that, the Shadow Monster will come back into play. If it wasn't obvious enough at the ending, when it's just kind of looming over the high school in the Upside Down, that girl with I think Kali, I think that was her name, 08 is her number designation. She is gonna come back into play. You can't just introduce that character with those powers for an episode and then she disappears. So she's definitely gonna come back into play. And I wonder what else will happen. But I'm very excited. I'm very happy that I got to see it. It's just a really well put together show. And I also happened to watch the 2 episodes of Beyond Stranger Things. So that was really interesting to get to see the kids' perspectives. And what they think of the show, how filming went, and it was really cool and nice, and got to hear the director talk and the Duffer Brothers talk. That was cool. I only wish that my stories that I write can be just as engaging. I've heard they can be, and so that's very happy, and that makes me very happy. But yeah, so now that it's over, I don't know what else is going to fill this hole in my heart. Obviously, I can watch some anime, but the new season just started, so watching it on a weekly basis is probably gonna torture me. I'm watching the newest season of Ruby. So that's a cool thing. Definitely gonna watch the Ancient Magus Bride, but I'm waiting for more episodes to come out of that one. My Hero Academia season 2 is finished, so that's another hole in my heart. I'll find something eventually that'll keep me just as entertained. Anyway, I don't want to keep you guys too long. If you have any suggestions of things you'd like me to talk about, please feel free to drop a comment in the comment section. Or if for some reason you have Twitter, you can tweet me a suggestion too. I have been thinking of making a particular series. I won't mention it just yet. Let me think about it some more. But I will get back to you guys on that. Anyway, that's the end of this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't watched Stranger Things 1 or 2, I highly suggest it. If there's something else similar to Stranger Things that you think I should watch, please also feel free to mention it to me. I'd love to see what it is. But anyway, that's it for today. I will talk to you lovely people next time. Have a great end of the weekend. I hope your Monday starts off fabulously. Please look at the social media links that I will put on screen soon and in the description below. And I love you all. So, yeah, that's about it. Mwah! Ciao, ciao!